The Sabres' playoff hopes are sinking faster than the Titanic. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Buffalo. Before we go any further, I want to remind you guys to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I talk Bills, Sabres, and the University at Buffalo men's basketball and football teams right here on this page. Also, remember to check out some cool merch. The links are all in the description below. After being in the thick of the battle for the last wild card playoff spot just a few short weeks ago, even being in a playoff spot for a short time, the Sabres, after their most recent loss to the New York Rangers in overtime, now sit 7 points out of a playoff spot with just 17 games to go in their season. Buffalo has potentially hit the worst stretch of hockey this season since their 8-game losing streak earlier in the year. As in the last 4 games, the Sabres are 0-3-1, and in their last 7 games, the Sabres are 1-5-1. And one of the main reasons for this is that the scoring has completely dried up for the Sabres, as they've scored just 18 goals over the last 7 games, which comes to just 2.5 goals a game. To put that in perspective, as the Sabres' goals are drying up, in the previous 58 games, the Sabres averaged nearly 4 goals a game, and you're talking about a roughly 1.5 goal per game drop in this 7-game stretch. And something else that is also incredibly concerning and has been all season is that the Sabres defense is still incredibly porous as they leave their goaltenders out to dry on a nightly basis. Over this 7-game stretch, the Sabres have given up 33 goals, which comes to 4.7 goals per game over that 7-game span. That is not a recipe for winning in any part of any season at any time in hockey, regardless of when it is, especially when you are in the thick of the playoff race. That is just not going to get the job done for the Buffalo Sabres. And that is incredibly frustrating, as this season has brought the Sabres, all Sabres fans, a ton of hope, something that we have not had seemingly in a very long time, especially this late in the season. And the bad news only gets worse, as 11 of the Sabres' 17 remaining games are against teams with equal to or more points than the Sabres currently have. The Sabres schedule does not get any easier down this 17-game stretch, as the Sabres look to keep their very slim playoff hopes alive. Now, to further drive home the point about how dire the Sabres' playoff chances are, let's hypothetically say that the Sabres will need 95 points in order to make the last wild card spot in the Eastern Conference. That would mean the Buffalo Sabres would have to go somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-4 in their last 17 games, with one of the most difficult schedules remaining in all of the NHL, and also having to do that without one of their best forwards in Alex Tuch, as he remains out on IR for the foreseeable future. And they have to do all that while hoping the Penguins, Islanders, Panthers, Capitals, and Senators all fall off of a cliff. To put it bluntly, the Sabres have about as much chance of making the playoffs as a one-legged man has of winning an ass-kicking contest. The Buffalo Sabres are currently on life support, and it appears the hockey gods are about to pull the plug once again on the Buffalo Sabres. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. And as always, have a fantastic week.